Hi, I'm sitting on a stupid chair that's got a mind of a Spanish donkey. It goes up and down on its own. Welcome, Slipmatt.
How you doing?
I'm good. You must be
Good.
frigging exhausted after your summer.
It's been busy.
Yeah, it's been busy, yeah.
Well, I mean, it's always pretty busy, isn't it? But no, it's been quite intense, actually. And it doesn't really slow down, that's the thing.
It's insane, isn't it? 'Cause, like, I don't know, how was the period for you? I moved here 2008 because everything was slowing down. Did it slow down for you 2005 to the resurgence where all the classic gigs and all the brands started doing events again?
It's sort of things. It's always been a constant with me. It's always been, I've had probably, I don't know, a handful of weeks off in the last 35 years possibly. It's been really, really constant. But there were a couple of times where, although it was still going, there's sort of peaks and troughs and stuff, I think around maybe the early 2000s or mid 2000s, like you're saying, I think, a little, but still out pretty much every week, bar maybe 1 or 2 weekends a year and stuff. But the last, really notably since 2019, obviously we had a year or so off with all that rubbish nonsense stuff.
It was nice though, wasn't it?
Well, some of us, it was sort of, I was quite lucky really. I had a couple of good deals come up just before all that happened, so I was quite sort of comfortable really for it. Then I kept myself busy as well. But yeah, what I was saying, since 2019, it's just so busy. It's great, loving it.
You still, it's a stupid question. You still love every time you go play?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Get nervous? Ever get nervous?
I remember back in the day, like, 1991, you go into a club, it was all sort of fairly new, and you go to put the tune on, you'd be like shaking. Yeah. Some of these ones with a big crowd in front of you, but nah, the nerves, even playing at things like the O2 with 20,000 people there and that, yeah.
You have when you play, you mix it up, don't you? You like new and old.
I do, yeah. So for the last coming out about 8 years now, I've really sort of pushed doing the new house stuff.
Well
which I do.
Done.
Yeah, cool. I mean, I've always played house music. 86, I was playing house music.
Yeah.
But so like on my radio show on Centre Falls, I'll play half the show is pretty much new music, which I love. It makes my life so much more fun. But however, I still always, even in my new sets, I always fall back to playing like new mixes of old stuff, and the classics will always come through with me. It's like ingrained into my DNA sort of thing,
It does seem the thing, the few times I've been back 5 times this year, and hearing you and Seb and Paul remixes of my cup is empty. Actually, it's 3. Yeah, and it's Turia's. It's her 3rd birthday today. But I did already kind of do happy birthday. I did that. So. You were doing you mentioned clubs in the early 90s, but you were doing the M25 raves before that.
I did a couple of them, yeah. I sort of really got started. I started properly sort of summer '89. I didn't really get going properly till sort of 1990 really. So I did a few of the illegal bits, but not loads and loads.
So how did that?
But I was still there by myself. My first proper official rave gig was Rain Dance in September '89, which was fully illegal. So I was part of it. Yeah.
So how did it come about?
That was me and Lion. We were schoolmates from about 12 years old.
How old were you then? 18? 20?
I was born in 60. Me and John were both born in 67. So I'm 58 now, yeah.
67, 77.
Sorry, in 89. We were 22,
yeah.
And we were like the 2 kids in the class that were really into the music. We used to bring cassette tapes in and like play each other what we were listening to, and we were into like electro and all that sort of stuff through that era. Soul, electro, and then just before house, and then hip hop and stuff. So we were like the ones into the underground, real underground music. That gelled us together. We become best friends, and then from we used to go clubbing, we were clubbing from like 15, 16.
Oh, you naughty boy.
I know. I used to go to Tottenham Ritzy. I think I was 14 when I first got in Tottenham Ritzy. And it's always hit or miss. But I was very tall at 14. I was probably 6 foot at 14. So it's like, occasionally I used to get in, which was good.
Did you grow anything after 14? What are you now, 6'2"?
Well, you know what? I was 6'3".
Are you really? Wow.
In 6'3", but I reckon I might be shrinking a bit now. At 58, I'm probably about 6'2" and a half, I reckon.
It definitely happened. I was 5'4", and then I measured myself, and I was 5'3" and a half, and that half, when you're this height, that half inch is so important. Were you any...
Do you know what, though? It's whilst DJing, all that standing there and jumping up and down and dancing and all that, it actually makes your legs a bit shorter, I reckon. I remember speaking to a chiropractor. He said, I never heard that. He said your joints end up getting pushed up further and further up into your pelvis.
Wow. I better stop dancing then. I'll end up 4'10". Were you any good at...
I passed my 11 plus, ended up going to a grammar school. So I was good at playing up, really, good at bunking up as well. But I was actually, you know, I was all right. I got in top class and everything. But then by the halfway through senior school, I just totally lost interest. I was into girls and music and going out smoking and drinking and stuff, and it just... So anyway, luckily I didn't really need too much of that anyway. Done all right so far.
Did you do your O-levels?
Nah, originally I was up for, I think I did English O-level, which I never even got the results for. I was up for about 7 or 8 of them when you have to choose what you're doing. I think it's in the 3rd year, and I was up for about 7 or 8, and it just still went tits up.
I left in the middle of my mock O-level, the middle of my mocks. I just did, yeah, like you, fashion, music, girls, and I just decided, you know, and I was crap at school except for French, and I was cross-country champion, so I was good at sport, but everything, yeah. So did your teacher ever tell you, you will never amount to anything unless you get...
Oh, yeah. I remember getting me hair shaved off when I was 12, when there was that sort of, you remember the scarring, like specialist and select.
I was a proper skinhead, and not a proper scar, not the white boy stuff.
No.
I was proper. Yeah, white boy reggae.
Disgrace having an haircut on this side. Brilliant, loved it.
Did you?
No. I got a moped when I was 16. I got a little Suzuki ER50.
Right.
When I was 16, and actually on my last year at school, we used to ride that to school and that as well. I was like king of the wheelies.
Wow. I bet you were a firm favourite with the girls then.
Maybe moment.
And congratulations on 30 years and with Rachel, something like that.
No, it's not that long.
It's a long time. It's not
17 years. Yeah.
Oh, 17. Yeah, sorry. I know.
Yeah, we met in 2008, and going stronger than ever. Yeah, we're great together.
First record you ever bought?
First record I ever bought.
Got the UB40, isn't it?
I don't know, because I was young. I was buying records really young. I was 4 when I bought my first record.
4?
4. I was 4 years old.
With
first record.
Your pocket money, and it cost
with
what?
My own pocket money.
Cost 5 shillings, probably.
I used to get 25p a week pocket money. Yeah. That's for the first amount I remember. And I bought Clona Rogers, Jack in the Box. I know.
Wow,
I've actually put that out there before, so I might as well just, come clean. Yeah, but then I was only 4 years old. I think it was the Eurovision Song Contest winner or something like that as well.
Yeah, I remember Sandy Shaw Puppet on a String. That was 60 bucks. Yeah, my first track. I always tell people the first record I swapped it for, and I swapped the first record I ever bought for Dion Warwick's Walk On By. But the first track, and it was 6 and a penny halfpenny. So you said 20 P. So for the Gen Zs and everybody else who had no fucking idea about pet shit, 25p was about 25p. You said was
5 shillings.
5 shillings. Yeah, my phone was 6 and a penny. Hate me from Smiths in Invoy, and I don't think I've actually.
I'm so young. Yeah,
right. I don't think I've actually ever told anybody this. It was the tremolo. Silence is golden.
Oh well.
Yeah, that was. And then I realised that I was born the wrong colour because I just fell in love with like reggae was my was my first love, and James Brown. And then my 13th birthday, I bought This Is Soul, Otis, Wilson Pickett, Aretha, and then this is my music.
Similar, yeah. No, I was a big soul boy in the end of the juniors. So when I was about 10, I think, and then pivotal points were UB40 signing off the album, and then Special Selector and all that. That was a new era. And then probably from about 12 years old, I had a Saturday job in Walthamstow, and I used to pop into the proper reggae shop in Walthamstow and try and buy a tune every week. And then I got into like 81, 82, I got into like Scientist and King Tubby and all that. I'm absolutely mad on reggae.
So when you came out with Red Wine, years before that, the original was Tony Tribe and Red Wine, and I never got UB40 or Madness because I was into back then everything was on Trojan. Other than the Studio One, everything was on Trojan, wasn't it? The Pioneers and the Upsetters and all that stuff. What? Is that before your time? What year were you born? Oh yes, it's 69. Okay. I used to go. There used to be a reggae shop in Shepherd's Bush called Greensleeves, and
I know Greensleeves, yeah.
Yeah, and I think me and Rodigan were the only white boys that ever went in there and bought music.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
You still have them in that all those vinyl I can see behind you. How many tunes you got? How many vinyls sitting behind there?
I don't know because I haven't bought any for probably at least 20 years now. I don't buy them. Lots of people collect it and stuff.
Yeah.
I reckon I'd estimate I've probably got about 10,000.
I reckon.
I've got all along there. I've got vinyl there. I've got a loft in my studio. There's vinyl up there.
Which is about to collapse.
Yeah, there's loads.
I reckon you got more. 68. I lost 6 boxes of records stolen from my van in.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
CD, are they in any?
They sort of were. I have been through them. I've been through the whole collection a couple of times, but then where I've moved about, they then get mixed up, and then you go looking for something, and then you pull bits out and stuff. So I've got my original hip hop collection over there, which is sort of like 85 to sort of 90, and that's all in alphabetical order and all nice. And I've got lots of double copies where I used to mix up sort of 2 copies on the decks and all that, and the breakbeat albums, the ultimate breaks and beats and stuff like that. Got 2 copies of a lot of those. So that's all organised, but the rest of it not particularly well. I've got a goal to go through it all though. I keep saying I'm going to go through like a section at a time. I'd like to throw some of the old promos away, the ones that don't mean anything, or give them away or whatever, you know.
You know what? When I sold mine, I sold a few on eBay. Stupid, I had a 10-inch Nina Simone, My Baby Just Cares For Me, signed to me from Nina. Nina came into Gulliver's. It was before she passed, and I sold that for like 100 quid, and I sold a few other signed things, and I had probably 4,000 acetates, and this was in the old house, and there was a leak in. They were all in the garage, and there was a leak, and I binned them. But when I was on eBay looking, people were selling acetate for like 500, 600 quid, and white labels, Matty, white labels. If it's a genuine white label, they're worth fucking hundreds of pounds.
Yeah.
You don't want. So, do you trust this girl?
And the prices have gone up over the years as well.
I know. So that was 17 years ago. So do you trust this girl to come and go through your tunes and put them where you want to put them?
I don't know who's going to do it. Did I say I was going to get someone to do it?
Yeah, you said. You're not talking about Rachel. Did you know you got another job coming up?
She'll tell me what to do, not the other way around.
So how's your diary looking for next year? Other than, of course, slip back in time and everything.
Yeah, really good. January's always a little bit quieter, but it's nice, really.
Don't you
get a weekend.
Go on a holiday? Don't you think it's a good time to go on a holiday? Somewhere hot?
It is. It is. I've been looking at Thailand.
Have you?
Possibly. January. I might pop out again for a week.
I know a man who can help you. Oh, it's me. We're in the middle of a very cloudy day, actually, but it's still 28 degrees outside. So.
I might pop over. I'll let you know if I want to pop over there. Yeah. But then, as it moves into the year, like February's looking really busy. March is stacked out. I've got about 11, 12 gigs in March already. April's busy. I think there's first Saturday in July. I've got like 4 gigs already. In July.
Wow. And did you do it all yourself, or you have an agent?
Well, me and Rachel work together with it. So,
right.
yeah, she keeps me organised now, which is perfect.
Right.
It's perfect.
Do you find time for studio producing? I know you do a bit with Andy.
I've never got enough time. I was with Andy. We did a session on Tuesday afternoon.
Sorry, that's Andrew Galea, by the way, in case you didn't.
Yeah, very good friend of mine, yeah. I'm in here on my own this afternoon. I'll probably get 5 or 6 hours. But it is quite a struggle, really, because there's lots to do. Like I say, Rachel looks after, she keeps me organised, she looks after all the nitty-gritty stuff and keeps me up to date with everything. She's brilliant. She's really, really good at that sort of thing as well, which is great. But I still have to do a lot of the business side of things.
Do you enjoy producing, or do you find it a chore?
No, I just gutted that I don't get more time to do it. It's not a chore. No, I've got ideas, just mountains and mountains of ideas. And I write it all down, and it just feels like I never get round to doing it. But yeah, one of my things now, summer's over now. So the thing with summer is you tend to be busier during the week as well because of going away and travelling a bit. So with the winter months coming now, it's more focused just on the weekend, and I'll hopefully get a bit more time during the week to really get stuck into making some music.
So would Slipmatt's evenings be cuddled up with Rachel on the couch, or would they be, I just want to go in the studio, I got an idea?
Yeah, I'm a bit of one of those, really. I'm like, yeah, I'll be in a minute. We'll have a nice night off, and then gets to like 10 o'clock, and I'm like, shit, not again.
What do you use? What's in your studio?
I use Cubase.
Yes! People are using Cubase. My first engineer, I had this discussion with, I think it was Paul from K-Class yesterday, we were talking. My first engineer was Cubase. Then when I started doing it myself, 2004, Logic, because I had that Mac G5, and that went tits up, and now Ableton. But yeah, but Cubase, the Steinberg, it's kind of, I've forgotten all about that.
Yeah, I was using Cubase so John used to do most of the engineering on the studio back in the very early days. I mean, we used to do it together, but he was the one on the actual computer. And then...
That would have been an Atari, wouldn't it, back in the day?
Yeah, on the Atari, yeah. We both used to do the engineering, but the actual computer side of things, he used to do. But in '93, I then got my own Atari, and my first program was a floppy disk of Cubase, like a dodgy copy. And it was the one that it had a name written on it, but it was the one that absolutely everyone used. I can't remember what it is now. So I've used Cubase right from the start. I've not really used anything else. I get on Ableton a little bit now and again, but not for actually proper full production.
What do you think about all like the new house that's coming? Some of it's kind of like the whole East End dub stuff like that. Dilby, those Chris Duzzies, that kind of your thing, or when you produce, are you?
I'm very much into still sort of leaning towards that ravey sort of sound. For me, it's got to have a bit of energy, a little bit of toughness.
Got to have a few bleeps.
Yeah, or be, there's exceptions. A really, really good vocal track for something that's really good musically, but I don't tend to play anything that's too mellow. I've got a bit of a mellow sort of level that I don't go below,
Yeah, I kind of realised that the current 20, 30-year-old clubbers, they actually don't want mellow. They want banging and pumping, don't they?
Yeah, I'm down with that all day long. Hence the bit of hardcore in me.
Yeah. Do you ever?
I do like.
Go on, sorry.
I'm saying I do like it. Sort of quite tough. Even at my ripe old age, I love it. Bang.
I never say the word. I only spell the word. Otherwise, you become what you say. How many flash drives in your headphone case when you go out? Do you have loads, or do you kind of got it all on one drive and everything you want on there?
4 that are all the same. I have 4, and every time I go out, I obviously adjust my playlists and whatever. So I save to 4 flash drives, exactly the same thing on them every time, and it's actually helped me out a couple of times. I've been to gigs where they've got like 3000s and then 2000s, or a mixture of stuff, or really, really old ones, and certain sticks won't work.
Yeah.
I remember what I did. I played after K-Class a few years ago up in Blackpool, and I got there, and for some reason I was running a bit, not late, but it was like cutting it fine. About 2 minutes before the end of their track, I was like, right, quick, bang, won't work, next time, bang, won't work, next time, bang, and it was a full part. Worked. No.
Do you know how many people still only take one? I mean, they're my drives, and they're all labelled up. Do you know how people still only take one drive to a gig, and it's
really?
like supposing it doesn't work. So
I don't know. Maybe until they get to that point where they go, oh shit. And I've been in clubs where DJs, the next DJs come on, or I've got there and the DJ on before me ain't on because his stick ain't working.
If you could go back to playing vinyl, would you?
I'm not really that interested in it. However, I have actually taken on a vinyl set for next year. Don't need to, but someone that I know that I've played for quite a few times. There's a gig down in Bristol. It's actually an old school hardcore gig as well.
Oh, cool.
I thought about it, and I thought, do you know what? I've set my decks up again. I don't know if you can see them. They're sort of there behind this. Set them up, and I went and got myself a brand new DJM 450 Pioneer,
right,
which has got some nice effects on it and stuff. I thought, well, I've set myself up again, so I want to go through this lot as well. I just thought, do you know what? Why not? Why not just have a go? If that's what people want to see, it'll be fun as well, I'm sure.
People do. What? What?
I don't know about fun carrying the record box.
Well, that's why we all got big biceps, because we were slapping record boxes. It will be fun, and people do want to see people on vinyl. They do want to.
Visual. I don't get the visual thing really that much, but
I got.
But yeah, no, you're right. People do love it. Yeah.
I got 2 vinyl gigs already for next year, which is a bit fucked off because I actually don't have any fucking vinyl. So I got to go to.
I would help, you know. I
got to go to a friend's, and I did a vinyl set in January, and this guy brought like 4 boxes on a plane from England, and it was up in the north of Thailand. I got there 2 days before, and I'm looking through these tunes, and of course my vinyl was all in BPM, so I knew. So, but I had, it was really obscure, dark stuff. I thought, I'm going to do this, and the first 15 minutes were... but it's once you get into it, it's like fucking brilliant. You just have to remember that +8 and -8 on a 2010 on a 2010 is 1 BPM. So if you're
right.
You never knew that?
No. Oh, just by ear.
Oh, okay. I know. If the time it was 124, I put it on 126. I'd go down. I go down. I go up, +8, and then on the track playing, and down 0.8 on the track that I was going to play, and then I knew it was around 125, and then it was going to be perfect. Yeah, something.
Yeah, I must admit, I used to work out the BPM on my track, on a lot of my vinyl back in the really early days, and I used to do the same thing. I used to put a white sticker and write the BPM on it.
Yeah.
Just so I knew, like, so I used to, play, especially doing the old school, like the hardcore sort of stuff, rave stuff. I was only playing a couple of minutes of each track on certain sets. Like a 45-minute set, it'd be like bang, 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 bang. But it'd be really handy to know what speed.
Okay, so if I was playing house at 124, I'd 30 seconds, start the stopwatch, like James Hamilton. A lot of people won't know who James Hamilton is, but Matty will know who James Hamilton. He used to do the soul records and like BPM every minute, and of course it was all live drums, so the BPM was all over the place. But I used to put the stopwatch 0, 1, 2, get to 30 and double it.
I used to do 60 seconds, but yeah.
I mean, hardcore. How do you BPM hardcore? Because it's half time or real time? Because it's like 100
real time. So the original sort of early hardcore, like happy hardcore stuff, was around 160.
Yeah, I know.
Rave was. I mean, rave ended up at sort of 160 and anyway by 93. But the happy hardcore stuff was around the 160, and then it went up and up and up to like into the 170s, and then even I got a little bit like. Oh. And,
I'm just picturing you stopwatch and your foot going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, are you going to be playing any happy hardcore for us at Peace and Strawberry at Fabric on November 22nd?
No, don't panic, people.
But you're doing the right. You're playing in the right, because you did the best job ever for us when we did our first ministry gig back in April in the rave cave. Fuck that room was solid all night. So gonna be similar to that at Fabric.
Well, I think I'm in the main room at Fabric. So we're going to do the rave cave again later in the year, aren't we? I think, or is it next year?
Okay.
But I might, unless I'm wrong, but I think I'm in. I think
you're in the Strawberry room. I thought you were in the top room, which we called in the rave cave, and because Peach has got Peach has got Agnelli and Nelson and BK. Strawberry is I can't remember. I forgot the other day. And then I thought you were doing the rave cave, but I could be wrong.
I should know, really, shouldn't I? Oh, you should know.
Well,
I'm in the rave cave, yeah.
Thank God for that. Yeah, you're in the rave cave. So it's your whole area. It's just for you. With Chalky White.
It worked really well with your crowd at Ministry, just because a bit of an alternative. But it's a more mature crowd, isn't it, Peach, as well?
I think Peach and Strawberry.
They remember, and Strawberry Sunday, of course. I mean, I was playing Strawberries for a few years, like almost every other week, I think. A couple of years down in Vauxhall.
It's funny you call it, because Chris Bain, my partner in Peach, he always calls it Strawberries, and I said, "Why do you call it Strawberries?" It's Strawberry, and you just said Strawberries as well. I never called it Strawberries. I always called it Strawberry. But anyway. All right, well, listen, thanks for taking the time out for the catch up. And,
my pleasure. Welcome to speak to you, mate.
I'm on another flight back in 6. I'm literally just going to be in and out for the weekend. So I will look forward to seeing you for this one, yeah.
Okay, I'll see you there. If I'm going to come over to Thailand, I'll give you a shout.
Yeah, please do. And I can tell you best times to come, worst times to come, best places to go. You have to work out with Rachel what you want, because Thailand is huge, not
Oh, it's big ones.
width wide, north to south. And this is, I live on Koh Phangan. They call it Southeast Asia's Ibiza, but we don't have a, thank God, a Universe or a Ushuaia or a High or a Pasha.
Yeah.
But we have amazing nights, and it's 50.
I did come over I've come over a few years ago and did the full moon party. Just in and out. Yeah.
When was that?
I think that must have been 2019, I think. Around that time, yeah.
And I never saw you.
Thought he was going to come and see me, yeah. I was quite disappointed.
Wow.
I don't know, maybe you weren't there. You might have been touring around somewhere.
Yeah, there were. I've purposely missed a couple of New Years. Oh no, I don't miss full moons. I did actually move away from it when EDM came in. EDM took over, and I sold my soul for 3 months, and then I just couldn't do it. What stage did you? Oh, you played Sunrise, I bet.
I don't know. It was in a bar up on a first floor, sort of out across the beach.
Sounds like Sunrise. I think that would be Sunrise. Drum and bass and raving.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, the venue I played were actually playing drum and bass.
Yeah, Sunrise. That's why I wouldn't have seen you. It was I used to play Tommy, which was right next door, and they still haven't changed the sound system there either, which is mental. All right, Matty, thanks for taking the time to chat. Big loves, and I will look forward to seeing you too. Thanks for have a lovely day.
Cheers,
Cheers, Matty. Bye bye.